This is Carl with yourfitnesscoach.com, and today we're going to do some lower body soft tissue manipulation followed by some simple static stretching. We're going to use 3 different tools in today's segment. We're going to start with a lacrosse ball. A tennis ball works okay as well. I'm going to use this stick, which is basically an overpriced rolling pin, and then a yoga strap. A piece of rope works just as well. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started. We're going to start with the lacrosse ball on the sole of the foot. So I'm going to put that on the floor, and I'm just going to roll my foot back and forth. So this is over the plantar fascia. Good. So this is soft tissue that sits on the bottom of the foot. And a lot of people, especially runners, tend to have a lot of issues on their plantar fascia. So I'm rolling right on the arch, all the way back to the heel, and then up to the ball of my foot, especially out on that pinky toe side. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs. We're gonna do 30 seconds per side on all of these. Feel free to go ahead and do this as long as you feel fit, but just to keep this video concise, I'm going to do each movement for 30 seconds. And that feels really nice, especially on my arch. Forgive my partner in crime here and her chewing on her stick. All right, so speaking of stick, I'm going to take my skills stick and I'm going to start on my quadriceps. These are the 4 big muscles that sit on the front side of the thigh. Their main job is to extend the knee, but they also work during hip flexion, and they help protect that knee when you impact the ground, such as running or other sport activities. I know a lot of us are going to be using these quads for ski season. So I can roll inside, I can roll outside, up high, across the middle. I'm using a moderate amount of pressure. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch legs, and I'm going to do my other quadriceps now. Like I said, if you feel really good, go ahead and do this longer when you're on your own. So I'm really sore right on this inner side here, so that's where I'm going to spend my time. And then I'm also sore right out here just above the knee joint. All right, I'm going to go back to my first leg. I'm going to grab underhand grip, put it on the bottom of my leg, the back side of my thigh, and roll. So these are my hamstrings. This one usually feels more pleasant, I guess is the best way to say it. The quadriceps are sometimes really tender, and this is just a little bit more pleasant. Ooh, I find a sore spot, so I'm just going to go ahead and focus on that spot. Ooh, yeah, definitely sore on that inner side. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs. So since I know that inner thigh is a little bit more sore, that's just where I'm going to focus that, is on that medial hamstring muscle. Our hamstrings are actually 3 different muscles on each leg, not just one. Ooh, doggy. All right, so last soft tissue manipulation we're going to do is going to be for the calves. So I'm just going to go down to my lower leg and roll up and down. Now, same thing with the calves. The calves are actually, the fancy name for them is triceps surae, and that's because they have 3 different heads. So we want to work the inside and the outside here. And I'm going to go all the way down toward my Achilles tendon as well. All right, ladies and gents, last side here. Ooh, this Achilles is sore, so I'm going to stay down by the heel on this one for a little bit. A little tender here. Good run yesterday, but I did take a little slip, so that calf's a little tender. Make sure you take care of your body. This is what's going to keep you working out and keeping you living that long, mobile lifestyle that you want to live. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set our other tools down by the side, and I'm going to use my bench for one of my stretches. I'm going to do a hip flexor stretch. Now you can do this on the floor. It's just a little simpler if we do it from the box here. So So what I'm gonna do, I'll show you from two different angles, is I'm gonna put one knee, my stretching leg is going to go on the box, and my other leg is gonna come forward into like a mini lunge position. And I wanna feel this stretch right across my quadriceps and my hip flexors right here. You can see how I'm nice and square, I'm not all off to the side here. Here, let me show you what that looks like from the side. So many people overarch their spine when they're doing this position, and we want to stay nice and square, right? We want to have an erect spine and extend our hip. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. This side's also tighter on me. So I'm checking in with my hips, making sure that I'm nice and square, and I'm feeling that stretch across the front side of the hip. If I'm feeling this in my low back, I want to squeeze my glute on my stretching leg, that's my butt cheek, and just shift my hips into it. I'm gonna go 15 more seconds here. Sorry, this one's a little longer than 30, but the position's important. All right, so I'm gonna move my box out of the way. The next stretches we're going to do from the floor. You can also do them from an elevated surface if getting up and off the floor is not comfortable for you. So we're gonna use our yoga strap, and we're gonna start out, my right hamstring and calf group is pretty tight, so I'm gonna start right off there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the yoga strap in the arch of my foot, right like so. I'm gonna lie back. My knee is going to stay bent, and I'm just going to flex my hip like so. So if I lock my knee out, I'm gonna get a lot of that stretch moved down to my calf, which is fine, but that's actually our next stretch. So let's separate those two out. Like I said, I'm gonna hold this for about 30 seconds, but I'm also gonna add just a couple of small little pulses in here. I'm not bouncing, right? I'm just stretching that tissue just a little bit more. Good, now I'm gonna stay on this same side. I'm gonna move the strap up to the ball of my foot, lock my knee out, and dorsiflex my ankle. So I'm really trying to push my heel and my hip as far away from each other as I can. Whew, this is a real deep stretch right behind the knee joint, and it's going all the way up to my butt. So I feel this hamstrings, calves, a little bit in the glute. Oh, that's beautiful. Whew. 10 more seconds. I'm just gonna give a couple little pumps with my ankle here, sticking my heel up, pulling my toes to my shin. Ooh, doggy. All right, let's switch sides. So remember, this is not the stretching Olympics. You can see my calves are actually really tight, but I don't care. All I'm trying to do is make them a little better than they were yesterday. See, that sounds kind of gross. Good, I'm gonna give my little pulses here. All right, so I'm gonna extend that knee, move the strap up to the ball of the foot. Ooh, dorsiflex that ankle, all right here. Ooh, doggy. Good. Now on this one, I'm going to move the hip a little bit. Yeah, that feels good. One more deep breath here. And relax. All right, so that's a little soft tissue manipulation for the lower body, followed by some simple static stretches. You don't need a lot of time, and you need very little equipment to make this work. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at carl@yourfitnesscoach.com. Carl@yourfitnesscoach.com. That's Carl with a C. All right, have a great day, guys.